that sort of thing kind of deceive you, because it can kind of pull a wool over your eyes, because like we've seen teams, very, very good teams, lose early in cups and stuff because they've just simply drawn the best team in the tournament. So,
for example, Loughborough. Loughborough generally are the best team in basically every sport. Yeah, they
did win their box basketball this season as well. I think they're the champions of the Premier Division.
Yes.
And I'm not sure what happened in the Final Fours, but they're a very, very strong side. And unfortunately, actually, speaking of Loughborough, in the game that De Montfort first had against Loughborough, I was speaking to one of their players. He was telling me that the second team for Loughborough actually drew the third team.
Right.
So in the first round, and then they just got completely destroyed. Like they completely destroyed the second team. No, they completely destroyed the third team. Sorry.
Right.
The third team.
There's a huge scale. There's a huge difference in class between the two of them.
Yeah, there is. There's obviously a very large pool of talent that wants to go to Loughborough. So when you think about sports universities in the UK, Loughborough is generally the one that you're speaking of. And they have a very, very large pool of talent, and their second team and their first team, they're very, very good. I know a few of their players.
Yeah.
And like we had a pretty good game against them. We played the first game we played against them at their place. We beat them, but I think it was a pretty close game. We didn't win by much, no more than 10 points. And then the second game when they came to ours, we did win quite convincingly, which was always encouraging to see.
Exactly. And DMU make a substitution. That's number 5 West off for number 14 Brown.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of a height difference. Well, there's not really a height difference. They put in a centre, being generally the player who is best offensively and defensively. They generally like to balance between them. It's generally the tallest player.
Yeah, it is usually the tallest player. It's usually the most physical player also.
Right.
The way the game is changing a lot lately, you might not always get that the tallest player is the centre. Sometimes it's actually the most physical presence that's on the team. Like an example of that will probably.
Go down.
Yeah. The most relevant example I could probably give you is the Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry's team, where Kevin Durant, who's a 7-foot player, is playing a small forward, where someone who's 6'8" or 6'7", a whole 4 inches shorter than he is actually at the center position, which is meant for the tallest player. So the game is changing a lot, where players are becoming more and more positionless. You get really tall players that are comfortable dribbling the ball, shooting the ball, whereas in previous eras you didn't get that, and it's good to see.
Exactly. I mean, that is a height difference. We were, from what we're seeing at the moment, with, I believe, some of the women just about reaching 6 feet here. So imagine the size of someone such as Kevin Durant, but we've just had substitution, and it's a player we've really been almost raving about, Aristo for DMU. She just got taken off, and
that's a bad foul from DMU.
But was it necessary? Because were they, with UOL's shooting chances at the moment, they're not doing too well. However, number 6 win for UOL. I honestly thought it was a shooting foul. I thought it was as well.
I kind of have to retract my statement. It was a smart tactical foul. It was the first foul of the quarter, and you kind of stopped an easy basket there by fouling. So
I say that's definitely worth
corrected,
it. For a defensive mistake, which left DMU short on the defensive.
See, those are the ones that you don't want. Those are the ones that you don't want.
No.
Now Leicester Uni have a 3-point lead with 1 free throw to go.
Exactly. So free throws count as 1 point. And University of Leicester, once again, we keep saying it's number 10. There seems to be a common trend here. in that number 10 for University of Leicester, Wilcox, she seems to find the space, and if she doesn't find the space, she makes it. And having a player like that is so invaluable in your team.
It's just, she's comfortable. She's very comfortable with the ball. She knows what she can do. She plays within herself. And if she feels like she doesn't have the space, she'll create it, which is what you really want to see in the player.
Wow.
A good shot from DMU.
DMU once again.
Lead back down to 1 point.
DMU going with a much more defensive lineup in this one, as once again they bring on.
That's a very good observation. I didn't actually notice that. You're right. It looks like a very physical and very defensive lineup. They're hustling, and whoever has the ball is getting 2 players on them all the time. See, there it is, that defense. They force the turnover.
It's the pressure. Once you get under pressure, you start doing things you wouldn't normally do. You start passing it to people who you normally wouldn't. And DMU seem to have figured out maybe the best offense is actually defense. Maybe by pressuring them on the defense and having 3 defenders instead of the normal 2.
Oh, that was a beautiful pass.
Wow. And as I say that, DMU once again leave themselves short at the back as number 6 Win goes on the attack again and just...
Timeout from Leicester Uni.
Obviously...
5 minutes and 30 seconds to go left in the second quarter.
Obviously the coach is not too happy with something. Maybe it's the fact that they've had 2 baskets where they've been through a couple of times, and maybe they should have done a little bit better. But maybe that's what she's trying to get at. Maybe she's just going to be there to praise them.
Possibly. I can't really speak for the coaches too much. Not. You never know what they're thinking. You never know what they're talking about. But
if you were the coach, what would you say?
On which party, which side, Leicester Uni or DMU?
Let's go Leicester Uni. We've done DMU. Let's go Leicester Uni.
If I was the Leicester Uni coach, I would tell them to take care of the ball a bit more, especially on the offensive end, because they're being pressured a bit, and they need to kind of calm themselves down and collect themselves, move the ball well, don't get rattled too much. See an open person. If you see that person, then pass them the ball. If you feel like you can take your player, but also recognize the double teams. So when you have 2 defenders putting a body on you, that means there's always going to be 1 extra player who's wide open, and you need to search for that player and find them. And that's how you beat double teams, and that's usually how you beat zone defenses. So
in UOL, they're wary of their own tactic as number 6 Win throws her first free throw and she scores it, and the second one bounces off, so you only get 1 point. But DMU just about recollect it. But University of Leicester employ a tactic where they've put a player already in their own half. They put them right underneath the basket just so that they couldn't get the counter-attack.
Yeah, that's I didn't actually notice that. I was actually looking more at the double team on the player bringing up the ball. See, you can see already that they're moving the ball a lot better. Another travel called. There's a lot of stoppages in this game.
Z, of course, the captain of DMU, forcing it. Is this game going to be brought down to her? She's at some point. DMU right now are behind 13-15. Will it? Who can you look to in this team to be the person to pick you up?
Who would I look to?
Who would you look to in this team and go, this person will drive me. This person will drive the team.
I believe it's number 8, the one with the purple headband that's just come on.
Yes. Van der Steer, I believe.
I think so. From what I can tell, she's the main offensive threat on the team, and she's quite a dominant force on defense as well. So
exactly.
If you're looking for a go-to player, I do believe it's her. And from what I can tell, she seems to be very comfortable going to the basket and pulling up for these shots that a lot of players aren't pulling up for. I would say, from what I can tell, the 2 best players on the court right now are Leicester Uni's number 10 and De Montfort's number 8. Those are the players that are going head to head. Obviously, De Montfort Uni's number 8 has the height advantage, but the number 10 for Leicester Uni is a very good shooter. She seems like she's licensed, so she's very willing to shoot.
Yeah, she's basically been given the shoot on sight order.
Yeah.
Which you can understand, considering how well she's played so far.
Yeah, she has. She's played well. And like I said, play within yourself. That doesn't mean that you shrink to play safe. It means you know what you can do, and if you're passing up shots that you know you can make, then you're not playing within yourself.
No.
If you know, like, I like to see players who know they can shoot and they're confident and they do shoot. Hesitation is not something that will help you in this game, and I don't think this is a game for the meek. No. If you're shy, then you could end up seeing yourself. Showing
up. You can see yourself showing up.
Not showing up. You can see yourself making a lot of mistakes due to hesitation.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You want to be
mistakes. The margin of error is so small that the mental part of the game is a very, very big part. Like, honestly, confidence plays a very big part, and if you know you can shoot the shot and you shoot it with confidence, you're much more likely to score than if you're hesitant. So
that everyone loves.
Just trust yourself.
Everyone loves a good three-pointer.
Yeah, we all love a good three-pointer.
From a spectator's point of view, we want to see three-pointers. Once again, Van der Steen goes up and gets the basket.
I think she's got 8 of DMU's 15 so far, and she's just gone to the free throw line right now.
Exactly, a foul committed on her when she was shooting. Still was able to convert it, take the 2, and now she's going to get the opportunity to put DMU in the lead with under 3.5 minutes left on.
Left in the half. So
exactly,
and she makes it.
Wow,
that's 9 points of DMU's 16, which is over half their points. So, and this is nearing the end of the half. So
it should.
You can tell who the best players, best players, but you can tell who the best scorers on the team are, and you can tell who the primary offensive threats are very early on.
Exactly. I mean, we're having a reasonably low-scoring game. As I say that, you're putting another basket and go.
Yeah, very good.
17-16 up, but we're having a rather low-scoring game. Of course, 17-16. We're saying 9 points is over half the points DMU has scored. Now, would you expect DMU to come back and
unlucky
and maybe
good rebound? That's a very good hustle.
Yeah, it is definitely, and she just about collects it, and it's unfortunately given away to University of Leicester. Now, would you expect DMU to come back a bit more aggressive, or do you think they'll stick to their game plan, use their marking and go?
I suggest they stick to their game plan.
Right.
You never want to mess with the winning formula.
Okay.
So if you just come back into the game and what's working for you is working, then you stick with that until. Oh, that was a very, very, very good play. And
wow. Now that
number 8 is starting to fill up the stat sheet.
She is
quite a lot, and
she's on 11 points so far, and that came from what was actually a misunderstanding, because University of Leicester thought it was their foul.
Oh no, I don't think they thought it was a foul. It was actually a jump ball situation where 2 players had their hands on the ball at the same time.
Okay.
So what happens in that situation? Whoever had the last possession gives up possession to the other team. Okay. So.
Okay, that's great.
Wow,
so,
she's a lot faster than she looks. You can tell that she's an athlete. Like, that's a.
She really is starting to shine today.
Yeah. Oh, and there's the block. DMU's number 8 is dominating this basketball game on both ends of the floor.
She really is. She's quickly becoming a fan favorite. You can hear it in the crowd.
Yeah,
everyone is
and you
cheering
can see it
her.
too. You can see it. You can even see it in her body language. She's starting to feel a lot more comfortable, and she's starting to be a lot more aggressive as well, which is good to see. As the free throw is made by Leicester Uni.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that maybe University of Leicester will look to try and mark her out of the game. maybe that's something they might think they could do, but at that point, you've got the likes of Aristo, you've got the likes of Douglas, you've got so many players on this DMU team who are so prolific scorers that really University of Leicester, they can mark one, but then someone else steps up and will take the basket.
Yeah, there it is again. There it is again. There it is again. She is really dominant. And remember what I said earlier about off-ball movement?
Yeah.
And that's where all her baskets are coming from. She's moving very well off the ball, use the ball as a distraction, cut behind the defense, creep behind them. They don't notice you, and before they know it, you get an easy basket.
Exactly.
And you can start to see it because I think that shot was a shot that was shot with a lot of frustration and a lot of impatience also. She was desperate to get the point, desperate to stop the bleeding, and rushed it. So
okay, just to clarify, the player we're actually raving about is her name is Van der Steen. She's been absolutely impressive.
Diana Van der Steen.
Yes, she's absolutely destroying this game.
Honestly,
on her own.
It's very impressive.
Normally in this team, you get players who play well, but you play well as a unit. They're playing well as a unit, but she's starting to really show off her own ability.
Yeah, like I said, I did say that if anyone was gonna take this game for DMU, it would be her, and she's doing pretty much what I expected. And
you did point it out.
In the beginning of the game, I also pointed out that you will see players kind of shrinking from the moment, but once you're used to the scene and you're used to playing under the pressure, then it will become easier, and you can see her getting a lot more confident. You can see her getting a lot more aggressive, and is paying dividends.
Yeah, exactly. It is paying dividends, and she's playing incredibly well. I think all of them are playing incredibly well.
All of them.
And
and one thing I must say, it takes two people to score off a backdoor cut. There are people passing her to her, and there are people finding her. Oh, unlucky on that shot.
It's unlucky, and it is from long. It is in the three-point range. And she's there
once
to pick
again,
up.
she gets the rebound and scores. This is a very, very impressive performance from Diana Van der Steen.
Exactly. And it was number 12, Douglas, who we mentioned earlier. She went off as she had hurt her thumb or finger, something on her hand, and she had. She's back on now, and she set up a basket, and we mentioned
steal.
It's a steal again from Van der Steen.
Honestly, this is one of the most impressive performances I've ever seen from one of the DMU.
Could you say this is
women's first players?
Possibly the best DMU women's team we've had, if not ever, but in a very long time.
I personally wouldn't say so. When I first came here in my first year, there was a team which was very, very strong. They actually went undefeated in the Bucks. Oh my goodness.
DMU were sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
DMU were sleeping.
Diana Van der Steen is putting on a show.
She really is. She's really saving her team. She gives away possession. University of Leicester tried to come in to try and take a basket out of nowhere, and she saves it. She just blocks it. Wow. There's no words.
There's no words. This is just one of those performances that you have to watch and be like. And again with the steal, this is honestly very amazing. Like, I haven't seen a performance like this from one player on the DMU women's team for a very long time. And goes back to what I was saying. In my
first year, they were in the top division, weren't they?
No, they got up to the top division by going undefeated in the division below.
Right. Okay.
So they went undefeated, and that was the strongest team that I've seen in DMU, to the point where Campus 330, right? Oh my gosh.
Wow. Number 4, Dooley.
My gosh.
The University of Leicester shoots basically
she just shot a 3
beater
from around 3 steps before the 3-point line, and it hit nothing but net. It takes a lot of mental strength and
going into half-time.
Calmness to be able to make that shot.
Wow. What will University of Leicester be thinking of? What will DMU be thinking of that?
I don't think it will play too much of a factor coming into the second half. It's a good confidence booster for Uni of Leicester, because when it seemed like they were starting to lose it a bit, and DMU were making a run, especially in the last 5 minutes when Diana van der Steen came back on.
Yes.
You kind of needed something to stop the bleeding, and there's no better way to stop the bleeding than that. Yeah, absolutely not.
Exactly, and she has done more than that. She has absolutely she stopped it entirely, and she
electrified her building. She's put confidence back in her team, and there's a lot that can be said about a player that can rally and give your team a second win, especially when you're down.
Yeah. Is there something to be said that University of Leicester, as soon as the buzzer goes, they leave? DMU stay around for a little bit longer. Is there something to be said about this? I mean, Coach Tahir, I know he's got very different tactics to a majority of the coaches in the league. He sees things a lot differently, and it's worked very, very well for him this year.
I think it's not better or worse, just different.
It's just different, yeah.
Yeah, it's just different. The coaching styles are both different, but we'll see which one wins at the end of the day.
Of course.
You've got from what I can tell, they're two very, very different styles. I haven't seen De Montfort Uni even attempt a single 3-point shot this game. And Leicester Uni seem to be very comfortable shooting threes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that leaves the scores very close, but good. And they're at 23-21 in the lead going into the second half. And we're here at the Leicester Riders, home of the British champions, top of the league.
Yeah, top of the British Basketball League.
Exactly. And this is DMU's home ground. We get to watch on the big screen. There's a load of players. You get to watch some nice graphics on the big screen, shot by DMU. If you're in the crowd, you get to be on the big screen. There's a few people on there. I hope you guys can see yourself in the big screen. I know some of you can.
I think that's going to be it from me, because I actually need to go and prepare for my next game.
You need to go prepare?
Yeah, I'm playing in the men's first team game.
Well, best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
I will see you in the basketball game. I'll be in the commentary, but you'll be there.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll be introducing you.
Yeah, you will. You probably will be introducing me.
I will.
Hopefully we have a good game. Men's DMU first team is very, very strong this year. We actually won our league on Wednesday, and we came top of the Bucks League, and I really wanted to go undefeated, but unfortunately we lost one road game against University of Cambridge, which was unfortunate. I feel like the long trip on the coach had a lot to do with that. People's legs were stiff. We didn't actually get to warm up and loosen up our legs a lot, so that played a very big part. But that's the only game we lost. We finished it off with a very, very strong game. Everyone played well, and I know if we play like that, then we've got this game in the bag. So anyway, that's it from me.
Best of luck.
You'll be seeing me on the court.
I will be seeing you on the court. I'll see you later. Best of luck. Hope you guys have a good game. We'll see you later, and I think we'll go to a break right now, and we'll be back after a quick break.
Lost supervision, now we can't get no peace. In that peak, I want to protect our cheese. Stupid the level and we're plotting cold green. But we should know that discipline make us the keys. Separation of the lamb from the rat, that's the must. Proceed, set free with the club at 10 times. Proceed, set free.
And we're back at the Varsity. DMU versus UOL, the women's game 2017. And at the moment, DMU are leading 23-21 at the home of the Leicester Riders. And as we heard, my commentary partner had to leave, but I'm joined by another one. I'm joined by Jay.
Yeah, that's right. I am part of the DMU thirds teams that we have a game on Wednesday as well. So we'd love everybody to come down and watch us play and demolish the Uni of.
Exactly. I mean, this is This is setting an example. University of Leicester like to think they're undefeatable.
Yep.
And for years they think that basketball that they're going to win. The ladies right now are showing them they're not as untouchable as they actually believe.
They are not untouchable. This is a testament to actually Leicester Riding's commitment to DMU.
Yes.
They've actually transformed the team very well. I heard that I'm a first year, so yes. I heard that we haven't won a females game in 6 years?
We hadn't won any. The females hadn't won a game for 2 seasons straight.
2 seasons straight, see, and now we're winning games.
And this season we've won 7.
7. Look,
it's incredible.
Look, 7 wins over 2 seasons would be bad, but in 1 season, after the 2 seasons of not winning any games, it's wonderful.
Exactly.
I think they're about to take the court again.
It looks like they are, and it's gonna be an interesting game. Now, I believe you sat around watching the game the first half.
Yes, I did. So I've obviously noticed. I'm also a coach, so I've noticed that both teams are playing a zone defense right now.
Yeah.
So
zonal is basically where they mark a certain area of the.
And the wonderful thing about that is, if it's done beautifully, it's impenetrable. No one can get through. But obviously, some of them have let some people through, and They're not moving around perfectly, so that's why it's such a close game. But I'm pretty sure that DMU will come through with a win.
Yeah, definitely. And University of Leicester, they have been faulted for a number of times at, just underneath the basket at the post, because they seem to be letting number 81, Diana Van der Steen, she just seems to be having free reign over that basket.
I put that down to her size purely because she is taller than some of the girls on both teams.
Yeah.
She can catch rebounds over some of the biggest girls on our team as well, and she can run the break very fast. So that is a testament to her own talent as well.
Exactly. And for anyone who believes that women are not as good as men, she is testament to that. She is as good.
She could actually go to America and play, I think.
You think she'd go to America or go play in the women's NBA?
She would have to do a year at a prep school,
okay.
But she would be good enough to do that.
That's good to hear. Maybe that is incredible to hear that we have someone of that talent, and she's showing it today.
She's definitely showing it. I've seen her before, and she runs the break really fast. So I hope I see that more. Some of the referees' calls out here have been a bit shoddy. I mean, some of the calls down low in the first half have been a bit dodgy, but
of course they only the beauty of this is we get to look back on it from up here. They don't. They have to play it in the moment where tempers are running wild, passion is high, everyone's cheering.
Again, I know their situation. I've been in their situation. I've refereed a long time as well, so I know exactly what they're talking about and how they have to do it.
Exactly. And
shot by number 11, and it's off. See, there you go. Diana again grabs the board.
She does, and if Diana is marked out of the game, if Van der Steen is marked out of the game, who do you then rely on to drive your team forward?
Point guard, number 8. Is it number 8?
Aristu.
Aristu, yeah, definitely. She can also dribble the ball. There you go. She's getting the steal right there. Oh, she nearly did.
Yep.
But she can really control the tempo of the game, and she would do a really good job.
Exactly. And from last year, she played in last year's, and
here we go. See, fast break.
She really did impress last year. In that, last year, De Montfort University's women lost 54-29.
Okay.
And she got to the point where she was shooting threes for the fun of it. It was impressive, to say the least.
She's another one that could go very far in basketball.
Yes.
Even in this country. Maybe female BBL if she puts her mind to it.
Yeah, I could completely agree. I mean, we've got some amazing talent at DMU, and this is just a testament to some of the talent we have. And some of these players actually who are playing in this varsity came from Campus 330. And Campus 330, for anyone who doesn't know, is a... It's almost like 3 sessions where you just get to try it, and it's not as competitive, but it's a bit more of a not
it's more free flowing. Campus 330 is more like a development type thing for any players that want to play and get better and want to eventually play for the games. We do encourage men and women to come down and play. Men's are at 5:30 to about 7:30 about. And it's at QE2. Females, I can't remember what time they're at.
I believe it's 7:30 through till about 9.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
So, and it's sandwiched between, netball's right between that as well. So, please, people, do come down and take part, please.
And speaking of people coming down, we've just have a wave of people enter the arena. I hope these guys are listening in. It's an incredible game, and if you want to come watch it, it's down at the Leicester Arena. 31 Charles Street. Come down.
Here comes a foul, and I'll tell you the call. The call is on number 11 on the arm, and it's 2 shots to go.
Exactly. Yep. And something we kind of brushed over because we were too busy talking about Campus 330 is that once again Van der Steen, she runs down the opposite end after a rebound and goes and scores. Right now it's Stiru who's on the free throw, and she is absolutely killing it on the free throws today.
What's her percentage right now? If you have it on the computer right there.
I don't have it on the computer. I wasn't tracking that, but I think she shot 3 out of 4 today.
That's very good. Only 1 miss. That's good, but she could obviously improve on that as the game goes on, and if she gets fouled even more, maybe she can make it 9 for 10 because maybe she can't make it 100% right now. Oh.
Exactly.
And that's a carry by number 14.
Okay, so do you want to just explain what a carry is for anyone at home who doesn't know?
A carry is basically when you have the ball underneath the basketball.
Okay.
So you have your hand underneath the basketball, you can't do that. Your hand must always be on top of the basketball when you're bouncing the ball.
Okay.
I don't know if that was clear enough. Sorry.
That's complete. I think that's completely clear. I think you've pretty much nailed it exactly how I would have put it. And as we say,
here comes a drive.
TMU run. She goes through the box, but Diana really doesn't give up. And on the third attempt, she puts it in. DMU starting to open that gap that they had at the start of the first half as well, where they went 6-1 ahead.
Honestly, DMU will carry this lead forward to the fourth quarter, I believe.
You think DMU will lead going into the fourth quarter?
I mean, they have to. This is the quarter that you find out whether you're going to win or not.
And as we say that, number 11 for University of Leicester just puts it in, and that is Wong. She absolutely puts that in. It's not even off the backboard, goes straight in. It's a nice sweet finish. And TMU, they're really trying to respond from that.
But a travel by DMU there, but that could be easily corrected. It all comes down to footwork and the pivot foot.
Yeah, I mean, we explained that there were a lot of travels called in the first half. For anyone who's just joined us, travelling is where you move more than 2 steps with the ball, but you don't dribble it, you don't bounce it.
No, you don't bounce it.
And
there you go, Diana again steals the ball. Fast break. Is she going to make the basket? Unfortunate.
Wow.
But rebound by number 12.
It's picked up by Douglas. Diana picks it up again. She
Diana
really
again.
doesn't give up.
And that's a testament to her as well. Her tenacity to get the ball at any moment of time really speaks volumes about her.
I dread to even consider what her rebound percentage is. That's insane.
I would say high 80s, maybe low 90s.
Maybe. It's insane. She plays so well that today, of all days, she's really working for the win, and she just doesn't give up on any ball. I mean, we've seen her put in blocks, steals, interceptions, everything.
Timeout being called by Uni of Leicester.
And it's no surprise as number 3, Bolawale, she puts it in, and TMU restore their 6-point lead.
Bolawale is another one that is very good.
Very good.
She is a very good defender, I believe, so
yeah,
she could do very well. But she does put her body on the line for the team at all times.
I think a lot of these girls, they've put a lot on the line throughout the season, and today I think they're going to show the exact tenacity that they had throughout the season.
I just hope that DMU actually properly funds the female basketball team here now, because if this is a testament, this is showing the people that run sport here that they should put funding into them, allow them to have more training sessions with the riders, because if they've done this with limited training sessions, imagine what they could get with more. They could win their league next year. Yeah,
it's true. This is a testament to the ladies and to Coach Tahir, of course. He came in this year.
Yeah.
And took over, and he has completely changed this team. He's worked them into doing things that were otherwise inconceivable. For example, zonal marking, which today has been so effective for DMU, and not so effective for University of Leicester.
No, I mean, again, as I said to you earlier, zonal defending is a beautiful thing when it's done properly.
Yeah.
Again, like I said earlier, I'm part of the third team, and our team we got a rough team right now, but if we do get the team that I think we're gonna get, our zone defense will shut down thirds Leicester with no doubt.
With no doubt, of course. You're previewing your game for Wednesday. You're trying. I understand that there's a lot of people who are trying. We want everyone to come down and support as many teams as they can. We want people to go. I mean, it must help you. I mean, having a crowd like this, it must help the team, knowing that actually DMU today are in the majority in the crowd.
That's because I don't know if you know, but there was a poll on Twitter.
Okay.
And it came from the Leicester SU, and they said, "Who do you think's going to win Varsity?" And we won with 56%.
Wow, I did not know that.
So it was in the men's basketball group chat. So I'm telling you this now, DMU, we're gonna win. We've got to come support our teams.
If Leicester Uni are conceding themselves, I would be I'm kind of worried about this. However, a foul was called. It was a travel, and it was Stiru.
Again, her feet are not set when she does move. She moves off her pivot foot at first, foul, and that's by number
90. It's by number 99 again.
No, it's number 3 actually. Referee said number 3, Baluwali. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it is.
It's disappointing because she's not setting, as we're saying, number 99 is not setting her feet inside the key.
No.
The best way to do that is just jump stop into the ball, which is like a 2-foot stomp.
When you're running and you just jump, both feet land.
Yeah, it's technically like it's a 2-foot stomp. You grab the ball, then that gives you the flexibility of moving on either foot.
Yeah.
But she's not getting into the position to do that. I think she's getting rushed into grabbing the ball by Leicester defender. So
I mean, this is third or fourth travel of the game, and something that maybe she's unconsciously doing. Maybe she's being forced into it by University of Leicester. But a player, from deep, just outside, just in the 3-point line.
3-point line.
And she gets 3 points. It closes the gap to 30-28. And that's what I was saying.
And again, that time the zone let them down. They must have 2 players up top at all times. And then we got number 99 with the shot, misses. Number 28 on... Is it number 28?
It's number 20.
Number 20 on Leicester's team just rebounded the ball.
Yep. I mean, out of all these players, there are a couple that you could say stand out for University of Leicester. Number 10, Wilcox, she's been absolutely dominant in this game. She started off the scoring, and from then she just kept on putting them in.
It comes down to this: if DMU move to man, they need to put the best defender on number 10.
Yes.
Once they put their best defender on number 10, that's it. They can stretch out the lead.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Wow. So, but will DMU go to a man-to-man, which is as exactly as it sounds? You literally mark one person to another person. Would you do that, or would you stick to the tactic you know? Right now,
I would stay with the zone. Actually, I would stay with the zone because it's working for us. We're able to run the fast break through Diana, so I think that's a good play for us.
And there it is. It's Steph Aristo. She absolutely runs
she breaks
varsities and she loves it. Just misses.
Number 99.
And Stavro once again takes the ball, and it's unfortunate. And that's Emily Fairnington, the basketball secretary.
Yes.
The person who runs East Campus 330.
She motivated she's at all the campus 330s, even including the boys, and she actually motivated most of the boys in the third team to actually stick around and play.
Yeah.
I actually want to thank her for that, because we wouldn't have a team right now without her.
Emily Fairnington, you're being thanked whilst you're playing. But she would she be the person you look to, this team will look to, and go, as long as she's calm and she thinks we'll win, we will win?
Her also with the point guard of we put up another basket, scores 32-29. But her, Diana and our point guard, if they're calm, then we'll be winning. We'll be fine.
You want that defensive line to be calm. You want that partnership that has been so dangerous in seeing out matches in Fairnington and Aristo this year. They've been near unstoppable on defense. And
they're swinging the ball. Okay, so this is what Leicester University is trying to do now.
Okay.
The simplest way to break a zone defense is by swinging the ball, by passing the ball around the 3-point line.
Okay.
That will make the zone shift over towards where the ball is.
Yep. Okay.
Once you do that, you have a cut. There you go. See, we just did it again there. Diana putting up the basket. So what you do is you swing the ball around the 3-point line. You get the defense shifting and moving towards the ball. You get a backdoor cut, which is behind the defensive line. You throw it in. There's a basket right there, like we just did.
And DMU showed it perfectly. It's obviously something they're working on once again. They keep on going very close. They keep on going to just underneath the basket to go get these points. And
that is a simple explanation for that as well.
It's a high percentage.
Highest percentage shots. You said it yourself.
Yeah.
You can't make a high percentage shot outside
unless you're Steph Curry.
Yeah, but not even he will make it 100% of the time.
No, of course not.
So the high percentage shots are down low, right next to the basket. Now, if you're going to go out to the 3-point line, the corners are the highest percentage shots because they're closest to the rim.
Okay. Yep.
It's just as simple as that. You need the high percentage shots to win, and that's what we've got, and we've got the lead right now.
Yeah, exactly. And we're taking the high percentage shots. And University of Leicester are doing the thing which a lot of teams do, which is where they take the long shots in the hope of gaining more points.
Yeah.
And University of Leicester, 1-2 free throws. They missed the first one, and the second one was converted. That was Law, who was able just to do that. And
I don't know if that was called as a foul or just as off. Oh, number 12, pushing. And it's the end line ball for Leicester University.
Okay, so that's number 12, Douglas. And this is a player that went off in the first quarter with what looked to be a damaged thumb or hand, somewhere around there. She had to run off. She came back on in the second quarter, but it's good to see her because she adds something to this team that no one else can. She adds this presence in the defensive line.
In every team, you need a presence in the defensive line. I can tell you, in the first team, you have Petar, who will be playing in the first men's team. You have Josh, not Josh White, not Josh Wait. The other Josh, they both got a very strong defensive presence. So on both units of the team, you have a strong defensive presence, and you need that throughout the whole game.
And as we say this, a timeout is called as DMU flustered as they fumbled with the ball, and maybe the pressure's getting to them, maybe they're getting tired, but they turned away possession, and it nearly ended in disaster for them.
That's fine if they're getting flustered, because Coach T right there will take that frustration and calm them down.
Yeah.
Because that's what they need to do. They need to calm down. They've got the lead. Although it's 2 points, there's 2 minutes left on the court. If they run the game very slowly, it'll be fine.
Something I'm noticing about Coach T is he's very expressive. He's a very expressive coach. If he isn't happy, he'll let you know. If he's excited, he'll let you know.
I'm like that with my boys back in London.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy, I will let you know, and I'll tell you why I'm not happy.
Exactly. Is it better for a coach to be like that or to be calm and collected?
You need to show expression, but you need to be calm at the same time.
Right.
So once you get your point across, once you get your emotion across and your point across, you need to calm yourself down and tell them this is what I need you to do so we can get the job done.
And is Coach T the man for the job to win the first Varsity in at least the past 2 years? And as we say that, the Pitbulls fans are cheering. They are believing. And
that's because the Pitbulls will win this year. And that's simple as that.
You think Coach T will make them win for the first time in 3 years?
Coach T is the difference this year. And we've got the ball back now. Oh, no, we don't. Sorry. Number 12 was on the baseline. I thought we had the ball back.
I think they thought that as well.
Okay, so we switched to a man-to-man, I think. Yeah. Rebound by number 12.
It seems to be a weird hybrid where they'll only mark man-to-man inside the area.
Okay, now I know what. Now you just explained that. I know what they're doing.
Okay.
They're playing a box defense.
Okay.
So it's similar to zone, but you have one person running and following the player that's scoring all the points.
Okay.
So let's say it's number 10.
So you play zonal, but that one player is playing man-to-man, marking number 10, for example.
Yeah. And that works out so long as you have the high enough fitness. And they do have high fitness because Coach T made sure that in preseason they run miles even today.
Yeah, not only that, we have the strength and conditioning in the DMU who help massively with every team. And
jump ball. Where's the ball going? It's going Leicester of Uni of Leicester way. Sorry, guys.
No, you're right. Uni of Leicester. That was something that was a little bit. It was hit and miss there, but it shows the fight DMU have. They will not give away a ball for anything. And saying that, actually, the ball's been given the other way.
Yeah. It's a simple rule called the 5-second rule.
Okay.
If you take longer than 5 seconds to get the ball inside the field of play, then you get the ball taken away from you.
There you go. It's very simple. It stops. First of all, it stops you wasting time. It stops you trying to affect the minds of the opposition, and it just speeds up basketball. And as we say that, University of Leicester, they're trying the DMU tactic, but not moving the ball around enough. And DMU go onto the counter with Aristo going on the attack, and the captain Z now in possession.
Right into 81, and what a basket down low. And is that an and one? Let's see what the referee says.
It's a
basket, good. Foul on number 30.
That's number 30, that's Law. And She has...
Yes, there we go. We have our men's ready. They're all changed and they're going into the stands to join our Pitbull fans. That should really pick up everybody's emotions in this game right now.
Exactly. You've got this. They're cheering them on. The coach for the men's is cheering them on. And Steph, a minute ago, tried to get the fans going.
That's a nice move. Bad pass.
As we say that, she intercepts, takes it out, and DMU. There seems to be a collision between Balawale
and
number 6 for University of Leicester, which is Win. And there seemed to be some form of collision. Once again, no harm done. They move on with it. They get on with it.
I'm telling you this now. If this game is a bit too is tame right now.
It's tame.
It's tame. You want to wait until the men start playing. It's gonna be raw, emotional. The men's are really going to bring that emotion because we want this win.
Yeah.
They've beat us twice already. We don't want to lose again.
Yeah.
And the same with these females. They're keeping their heads right now. But I guarantee you, when we get to the fourth quarter, with 5 minutes left on the court, on the clock, that's when it comes out.
I know last year, definitely.
She travelled. Number 8 travelled.
Once again, Aristo, there seems to be a constant thing of travelling in this DMU team, but...
It just comes down to setting your feet. If you set your feet, you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, last year, DMU, they had there was a lot going on, and in the last 5 minutes, if anyone can remember last year's men's Varsity game, if you have been around as long as me, DMU were close to winning it and lost in the last few seconds.
You have the percentages up here?
I have some of the stats that I magically wrote up last night.
You remember them from last year? That's nice.
I do. And University of Leicester won last year 62-58. If anyone could also remember
58.
that. 62-58.
That's a very close game right now.
And it got to about 60-58. DMU tried to score the points and just couldn't, and they went down the other end and finished it with 5 seconds. And if anyone can remember...
No basket.
If anyone can remember that game, and anyone can remember that day of DMU basketball, it was a very upsetting day, and the women were not anywhere near the quality they are today, and they have shown how much they can improve in a year.
Again, Coach T and the Leicester Riders have really helped out the team this year.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we're going to have a shot soon by our team.
Let's hope so, but maybe they're playing it patient. I mean, there's 45 seconds left on the clock.
Turnover.
Enough for 2 or 3 possessions worth. Of course, if you go over the 24 seconds in possession, you without shooting.
Number 4, what's her name?
Her name. Oh, let me check out her name. It's Dooley.
Dooley has a little nice skill set there. She did push off a little bit, but that worked very effectively. Had number 8 Aristotle. Diana driving, but she misses, unfortunately.
I feel like that's the most used word today is Diana. It seems like everything we say is all about her.
And there she is. As we were speaking about her, she just travels. That's unfortunate.
And it was after a very solid defensive display by Stavro, who just sticks her arms up, stands there, creates almost a shield, and the University of Leicester didn't go around it. And
that's the only way you play defense down near the basket. You can't jump. If you jump, it's a foul. As referees, us referees, we have this rule called the cylinder rule.
Yeah.
The cylinder rule goes up to the ceiling and come down to the floor. And if you go into someone else's cylinder, sorry guys, that could be deemed as a foul.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that for us. Of course, you having refereed for a few years. And now a timeout's been called with 18.9 seconds left on the clock. DMU lead 36-33 here at the Leicester Arena. What do you think Coach T is saying to them now?
If I was Coach T, I'll say,
if
we have the ball, I'll tell them, hold on to that ball and run that clock down because we have a 3-point lead and we shouldn't lose it.
Or do you go for another 2 points?
I say we run the clock down. We stick.
You stick it.
But if you're wide open, I don't see a problem with you taking a shot.
If they can do what they have done this entire game, which is break down that zonal marking, then maybe.
If they can get a backdoor cut, which is going behind the defensive line, and you can chuck that ball in there and you can get 2 points, you do it. You might even get more. You might get and one, which is a foul after the shot.
Yep.
So that's what we're hoping for.
Coach T running the baseline himself. He's running the line.
Hands up. All players must have their hands up right now because we have 5 team fouls, and if we foul now, they got shots. There we go. Run the clock down. We got 4 seconds left.
She's gonna go for. She's
gonna go for the 3-point shot.
She goes for the long.
That's
miss,
off.
And it's released.
And what? Let's go. Buzzer beater right there. Well
Once
done.
Again, Balawale showing up. Incredible. Beats the buzzer. 2 points just from a rebound from a rather ambitious shot by Aristo, number 8. And TMU, we say stick, we say waste the time. They do, but they get the points as well. 5-point advantage, 38-33 going into the 4th quarter.
Please come down to the Leicester Arena to watch us, please.
Please come down and watch this game, because this is a game in its own. And straight after this, we have the men's game as well.
And that men's game is going to be very heated.
It's going to be heated, just as this one has been already today, and it will only get more and more heated. And what that means is better basketball, and it's all free for you. Here at the Leicester Arena, a professional stadium, home of the Leicester Riders, top of the BBL, the British Basketball League. And we are lucky enough to play here today with all these fans here.
Listen, the facilities up here are very good. They're almost like state of the art.
Yes.
They've got 2 big screens here, which even in the US would be good enough to play.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't come up to the copper box up back in London where I'm from, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It is a very good stadium, and it is, of course, home of the Leicester Riders. Something we're very lucky. And Steph there, riling up the fans. She wants to know that they're there.
Listen, the fans are the 6th men. The 6th men on the court. If we don't have the crowd there, we can't get that energy that we need to win that game.
I'm liking this. University of Leicester are struggling to keep up with this. DMU, they are loud and they are proud.
We are very proud, and we are proud of our girls right now.
If there is one thing that we can say about DMU, is that we are proud of every single one of our sporting teams. And no more than ever today here in the Leicester Arena, where all of them are shouting their lungs out for DMU to win for the first time in the past 3 years.
And here comes the fast break.
Some of these players may never have experienced a varsity win. Maybe today. Some of these players that are playing right now have never played in front of a crowd this big. Some of them have never played in a varsity. Welcome to varsity, everyone.
But you got to take into account that if you haven't played in front of a crowd before, this is nerve-wracking.
I know when I went up there, if anyone was in the stadium, I went up there and I had to do the introductions through the microphone. I'm not sure whether anyone told. I was so nervous in that. That was insane. I was shaking.
See, even as an announcer, you'll be very petrified to just announce the players. So imagine you're playing. Imagine if almost a foul there back to Diana, but we get the basket and it's all good. Gone up to 40 points right there.
A 7-point gap with 9 minutes remaining. That is an impressive gap. We thought we'd just let you hear about all of these fans going on, but we think, once again, TMU, they're struggling now at the defense. Maybe it's a little bit of tiredness setting in. Maybe.
I mean, zone is tiring playing it.
Yeah.
You are moving up and down. It's high intensity, high pressure. So it will wear your body down, and it's just simple as that. You need to keep your energy up enough so we can win the game.
And University of Leicester, they pass out wide, take a shot just inside the area, and it just bounced off the rim. But they're unable. They get the rebound, but they're just unable to really make anything off it before they're fouled.
That was an over the back foul. So
okay.
The whole rule with that is that there's a little confusion. We didn't get the sub that we wanted, and now we got a foul. Yeah, as I was saying, the over back foul is essentially you can't go over the back of another player.
No.
It's more of a health and safety rule, if anything.
Yeah, I can see why that might be a health and safety. For example, if Van der Steen went over Win today, I could see there being a little bit of health and safety issue.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it's basically just to protect everybody involved because.
Yep.
Oh,
and as we say that a foul is called against.
I wouldn't call that as a foul. That would be a charge, almost 100% of the time. She still had her hands up. Shouldn't be a basket.
You can hear the boo. You can see Van der Steen. She's left. She's been ejected. It looks like she's been ejected from the game. She's walked off, and that is DMU's top goal. That is DMU's top scorer ejected from the game.
That is fine. So we've got Ahmad right now. She'll help. She got a calm head. She'll help us through the basket, the depth of it.
But that's something University of Leicester will love. That
they're
top
definitely
scorer
going to capitalize
that.
They're definitely going to capitalize on that. But with the way our team's set up right now, they're not going to. I don't think it will be that. It wouldn't be much of a difference.
There's only a 4-point gap after the free throw was converted. It's now 40-36 in favour of DMU. And DMU, once again, it's number 12, Douglas. She commits she travels again. And this is about the 5th or 6th time this game that she's turned over possession through travelling.
Her travelling could be costly to the team. It could be costly. Right now we have the lead. We have the lead right now. But if it gets any closer, Coach T might have to make a decision that she might not like by taking her out because of her reliability of just travelling.
Yeah, and maybe he will. Maybe he will. Maybe he decides that maybe she's too invaluable to do. But I think DMU have got to the point where they're a little bit concerned as they put on 3 defenders.
Everybody in basketball is a defender. Everyone is.
But
2-point lead.
Some players are more specialised defenders, some are more specialised attackers, but you defend and attack as a unit.
Yeah.
They're put on 3 specialised defenders, but University of Leicester, they scored 2 points just inside the line, and it's now 40-38. University of Leicester mounting
foul
comeback
by number 17.
By number 17 from University of Leicester, which is Wang for University of Leicester. And
Coach T having.
Was it necessary?
What
do you
really
think?
Want my answer for that?
No, at this point,
I'm joking now. As a defensive player, I feel that you are not going to come into my part of the basket and get the basket. If I see you come into my part of the basket, I'm going to make you feel me, whether it'll be me getting underneath you, fouling you, even sometimes hurting you, to make sure that you shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
And you should be scared when I'm around you. And that's as simple as that.
Okay. And DMU are just make another basket, just about, and it goes 42-38. And you can hear the crowd still. And University of Leicester, they're taking quick shots. They're not thinking about this. They're going under challenge to take these.
Double dribble, cool.
And it's a double dribble. Aristotle a little bit upset. She's starting to show the passion and the fire she has shown in every game.
It's not even the final 5 minutes. I'm telling you, this is when the passion comes out.
Yeah.
This quarter here, travel again by Wang of University of Leicester.
Yep. And DMU, just for everyone who doesn't understand double dribble, is where you dribble, you stop, and then you dribble again.
Yep. You pick up the ball.
Yep.
We had a jump ball situation there, but it's been given to us straight away. So basically, in Europe, we don't play the jump ball rule.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Is there any reason for that, or is it just for flowing the game?
It's more efficient.
Okay.
It's more efficient. In the US, because they got slightly more athletic players, they could do it, but it just slows down the game. And I think the NBA and NCAA, which is the regulatory, is like the box of the US, basically.
Yes.
They're moving. I think they're slowly going to start moving away from the jump ball situation, straight into a possession-based game.
Wow, what a pass that is by number 10. By number 10, Wilcock.
Now,
as she passes right under the basket, around the zone.
Right now, I got to be impartial and say, her skill set is very good. She's another one on the court that could go ahead and play very well in the UK.
Yes.
Go very far.
She really has impressed today for University of Leicester. Of course, she kind of started this scoring spree that University of Leicester went on at the start of the game.
Yeah, and DMU here are feeling the pressure because they have just given away a ball again.
And it's Wilcock again.
Wilcox again, she scores, and
that looks just inside the line.
Yeah.
And I think they can't decide between them whether it's a 3 or a 2-pointer.
Yeah, so they have to come together and talk about that.
They're still deciding on it. They're not sure. It was on the line. Was it in or out? We're still waiting on the decision. But it's decided it's a 2-pointer inside the line.
It's a 2-pointer, so it's a 2-point lead.
But
our girls need to really calm down right now. I know they're feeling the pressure, but
at this point, University of Leicester will be confident. DMU will be slightly worried about what's happening.
I don't think they should be worried. I just think they should stay calm.
Do you think they should switch to, as you said earlier, the box defense, which is 4 players mark a zone of the area and 1 person flows to the highest
the problem with that is
scorer.
Coach T has had the guards in and out all game, so they're going to be fatigued. It's not going to work. It's not going to be as effective as a zone right now, or even man-to-man.
I mean, you're looking at it, and number 10, Wilcock, she has absolutely tore this team apart. She seems to be taking these shots. She may not be hitting those 3-pointers because she's 1 step inside, but the danger is there.
The danger is there. She could, under pressure, maybe extend to the 3-point line, and if she hits that big shot, that's going to give a big shot of energy to Leicester, and that could be dangerous to our team.
Especially at this time, a 3-point would put them in the lead.
Yeah.
And with only 6 minutes and 23 left on the clock, wow, it could be close. It could be very close.
To be honest, from the get-go, the game was very close.
It was indeed.
So it shouldn't really be a surprise.
This is the ending we kind of should have expected.
Yeah, it is.
And as we say, Bolawale takes it from the baseline.
Okay, so now this is what Leicester University are doing. They're going to be pressuring Astro, is that her name, sorry? Aristo, number 8. They're going to be pressuring her to give up the ball. There she goes for a shot.
They know she's got a fiery temper. They will know that from last year. They will know that from a few minutes ago when she started yelling at the crowd.
If I'm on Leicester's team, I'm going to do anything I can to wind her up. And eventually,
she's going to start making mistakes.
It's not even down to mistakes. She could keep her cool in terms of dribbling the ball, but maybe she will make a mistake. But eventually, I want her to blow up so much that she too gets ejected.
That's true. Take out probably the 2 most influential players on this game.
That's right.
And DMU, they're still feeling the after effects of having Van der Steen ejected. And
I honestly think some of the other girls need to step up because
she has carried this game.
She has carried the game. Aristotle has also carried the game. But it's a chance for any of the other girls to show if they've got that talent, that chop, that desire to win. This is their time now.
Exactly, and a shot is just missed, and
Z marking number 17 Wang.
Z is a player we haven't seen often tonight, and
I think that's purely down to the magnitude of the game.
Right.
For Varsity, you're putting out your strongest team, and maybe recently she hasn't had a strong run of games, so coach has decided to pull it out. But I know that she starts all the time, so
that's true. She is captain. She leads by example, and right now she has the ball. She shoots. It just drops short, hitting the backboard.
Jump ball, and it's gone to Leicester University. Again, see how fluid that is.
Yeah,
it's so effective. It doesn't waste time.
You don't have to set up a jump ball, which for anyone who doesn't understand, basically it's if you watch the start of the game, you have 2 players face off, and the referee throws it up. It's first person to tip it back to their player.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other team gets possession afterwards.
And we have Wilcock on the ball. She seems to be playing the more point guard role now than she was playing the very defensive player, the lead of the defense. And
I was always told when I was playing, I was always told the most 2 important positions in the game: point guard and center.
Yep.
Because center will control inside on defense, and the point guard will run the show.
Yep, that's true. And she really has run the show today.
She's running the show. Her passes have been very nice, very crisp. They have been getting to her teammates very well. So
Yep.
Let's see if we can curb that.
Her passes have been brilliant. Her shooting has been on point. Aristo takes the shot, shoots an air ball, it just misses the basket entirely.
So she tried to do a floater there, which is like is a variation of a layup. Instead of going straight to the backboard, you do a two-step gather, and you jump up and you throw the ball as high as you can, so it can drop down straight into the basket.
Yeah, so basically you just dodge underneath a player and try and shoot it, basically.
It's not more like dodge under a player, you go over the player.
You go over the player,
okay. Go over the player.
Well, she has the skill set to do it. She didn't hit it last time, but Bolawale drives in to the box.
Hits it right off the rim.
It's Douglas. She shoots from just outside.
They need to go back to the high percentage shots they had in the first half, because if they don't get those high percentage shots,
and we have entered the final 4 minutes. This is starting to get intense. You can hear the University of Leicester coach. She is not impressed with University of Leicester's defence so far.
I wouldn't be either.
And to be honest, I can't blame him. What saved their graces has been the fact that DMU have had the best forward taken out of the game. But as we say that, Wilcock throwing some free throws. She misses the first one. The pressure's building from DMU, and she misses the second, and the rebound's picked up by Stavro.
Now Leicester have had this kind of consistency of missing the first one and then making the second one. That should have been a foul. Okay, wow.
Aristo drives through the middle. She goes for a shot, and it said that she doesn't. However, you'll say it. I can't. They kept the hand over the ball. They're under the ball. They were carrying the ball. Therefore, it's a foul, and DMU regain possession.
It's not a foul. It's a violation.
It's a violation.
Yeah, it's a violation.
Okay.
A foul would go up on the board, but the carries in the British game are common, but I think we're stomping it out as talent goes up.
So Aristo drives into the box, gives it to Stavro. It just misses, and that's a foul called against Uni of Leicester on a push.
And they have 2 team fouls and a timeout to University of Leicester.
University of Leicester taking the timeout. They're under pressure with only 3.5 minutes left. Can you blame them?
I would believe that's their third timeout of this quarter.
Third or fourth. They are really trying to slow this game down.
Either way, I don't believe they have any more timeouts. So if they do call for another timeout, that's a technical foul, and that's possession, and that's possession. So
for technical fouls, basically hand over their faults on the version, or mainly on the coach, sometimes on the players.
Yeah, you're right.
Depending on what is said, basically.
It's not always what is said; it's what's acted out as well.
Majority said, sometimes acted. But that can sometimes, depending on how many fouls you've committed, can lead to a straight free throw.
Yeah, like in America, in the NBA, they have this rule where if you don't have enough players, a player that's been fouled out can continue, but if they foul, it's a technical foul, which means they get, which means the other team gets a shot and possession.
Okay.
But I don't really like that rule.
You don't like that rule. Fair enough. There's a reason why we play the British game of basketball here.
Yeah.
And since we're home in the top of the league of the British Basketball League, Leicester Riders, we are playing an incredible game. We're 42-40, DMU leading with 3 minutes 30 on the clock.
It's too close.
It's too close. DMU will not be happy with this.
I don't think they're going to lose per se. I think this might go into the overtime.
I think they won't lose. I think they will be worried from that 2-point advantage, because one basket can change the game.
Yep. So they ideally want to get 6 points ahead.
They want to get this basket right now as Douglas there takes it in, and Stavro takes a shot just from under the basket and misses.
They won the fast break.
They leave themselves short at the back.
Ooh, she did carry, but they didn't get called, and a block by number 99. Oh, and foul.
Bolawale and Stavro showing defensively they can handle it.
So see, when you get that defensive prowess down low, that is the perfect thing for your team, because then that means they're going to be scared to come into the key and try and get those high percentage shots.
Exactly. You've got to favour those high percentage shots, and with just over 3 minutes left, you need to score every shot.
Travel by Asto. Man. Now this is a consistent thing with the put balls. They don't have their feet set, ready to go, and it's going to hamper them, because there's 3 minutes left on the clock, and if you keep on traveling, you keep on giving the possession,
you're giving them chances.
You're giving them a chance, and you can't afford that right now.
You've got to close the game down, and traveling that does not help turning over possession when you've got such good possession.
Wilcox up for a shot, and she airballs.
She misses the basket entirely. That's probably the first one she's missed the basket entirely.
Pressure's getting to her.
And maybe it is, but she's been playing the best out of University of Leicester's players today, and if she's losing it...
The DMU players need to screen for their point guard because she's getting mobbed by players right now. She passes it off.
Aristo, she's trying to get around the players and can't.
She where?
Double dribble committed by Douglas. And you're saying that wasn't a double dribble.
I didn't see a double dribble happen, so I can't say because he is on the court.
Of course, he's on the court. Of course, we're kind of obstructed by University of Leicester players. We can't see entirely. However, the play carries on, and Wilcock has the ball, passes it round to number 17. She doesn't need to foul.
Well done. Good defense. She had her hands up. She just let her body hit her a little bit to distract, to get off a little bit off balance, and that's totally legal, and that's perfect defense right there.
Exactly. Wang was under the basket. She had very little opportunity to shoot. There was no need to foul her, and there was a reason is DMU come back with the ball, and they sit on the edge of the 3-point line.
And the 3-second call's being made by the referees. And again, she has been in there. I don't know if that's her first. Is that her first?
That is the first 3-second violation. Do you want to just explain what the 3-second rule is?
So 3-second violation is basically when an offensive player is inside the key of basically inside the key for longer than 3 seconds. Once you're in there for 3 seconds, you need to move. There's different. The big rebound by number 12 there with 1 minute and 38 seconds left. There's different ways of playing, of officiating that rule. How I do it is I let them be there for as long as they want, but if they get the ball on down low, I call a 3 seconds.
Okay, and DMU take the rebound off Wilcock. Another missed shot. Maybe the pressure is getting to her. DMU go down the other end. They try to get something, but they can't. And Wilcock runs up again, and it's Dooley again. These two players who have run the show for University of Leicester.
And another big rebound by number 12, and there's a travel call right there.
And DMU can't quite believe what they're seeing. She takes the ball, and Douglas can't seem to dribble the ball before she starts running.
A shot for that was too close, but another big rebound by number 99.
We said when the pressure gets to her, Wilcock will shoot from long. She did, and she nearly made a play.
Here we go. What on the drive? That's a foul. And one by Aristo. What a basket made. She took the hit. She went up very strong, and she made the basket. Well done. And you can see visibly she's very tired.
From one of the most influential players in the past few years for DMU Pitbulls, has just put them 4 points in the league with 51.9 seconds and a free throw, which is missed and is unfortunately put in, but she gets another chance. She picks it back up.
No one defended that.
No one reacted. Did they think it was a second free throw?
I believe so. Here she goes. She's wide open. Number 99 with a shot.
Stavro hits it off the rim. They have 40 seconds remaining. DMU, you've got 4 seconds to hold on for your first varsity title in years.
Now Coach T is urging the team not to foul.
And they missed it. Hold possession, girl.
26 seconds left on the court, on the clock.
Number 6, Z falls on the ball, keeps
jump ball, and it's given to DMU. We have 22 seconds left on the clock.
DMU.
We should win this game quite easily now.
DMU have no shot clock left. 22 seconds. They hold the ball for that time. DMU win varsity for the first time in a very long time.
Again, as a coach, I will tell them to run the clock out, keep a hold of the ball. And that's a foul right there.
That's what they're doing. They're committing fouls.
So now this is the position that the Leicester coach has been put into.
They ran down 7 seconds. If they can keep doing that, they'll get free throws, confirm the win, and the talk will be run down with 15 seconds. Can we do it?
This is what the coach.
Possible?
We could do this, but this is what the Leicester's coach is going to be put into. She has to foul to get the ball.
Yep.
She has to foul the worst player on the court to shoot free throws, so they can get the rebound and run up and get 2 points.
And Stavro percentagely has had the worst free throw percentage
so that's
today.
What they're going to do. They're going to force the ball towards her and hack her and make sure she.
It's missed both, and it's shown. But you only have 14 seconds.
They got 14 seconds.
Into your own half.
They need to hold the basket. Hands up.
Hands up. And it's missed again.
Missed. Rebound by DMU.
Clear it. Just
Z's got it. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1. Oh.
0.7.
0.7. We got a foul here. We got free throws.
Given. Z, the captain
off the
of DMU Pitbulls.
Hold up. Wait. There's a little bit of confusion.
We've had someone run on thinking the game is over.
No. She's part of the team, so she's fine.
Oh, okay.
She's part of the committee. She's allowed. She's allowed to be there.
Here we go. Z, the captain of DMU Pitbulls, could secure the win with 0.7 seconds left.
Basket off.
And she misses the first one, but she gets the second. This
Here's
could
hoping
be
that she
the last basket of DMU's win.
And she makes it. So now it's 45-40. DMU's made a big difference. We finally won our first varsity game.
Unbelievable.
We got our points, right, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you believe in miracles? DMU, do you believe in miracles? Because you have seen it today. DMU win 45-40 for the first time in years.
Let me put it like this to the listeners. This team had not won a game before this season for 2 seasons straight. And now we've just come in and we've won our first win. We won varsity.
Our toughest opponent, our deepest rivalry, they have won.
I urge all the listeners, do not doubt any of our teams, because if this team can pull out a win like this, imagine what our other teams could do.
You want to believe that DMU can win varsity? They have just shown it themselves. You can win varsity. These girls have shown it. Everyone at the uni will now have the utmost faith. The Pitbulls have shown it. DMU can win varsity, and this is the first time I'm going to say DMU have a very solid chance of winning.
I honestly think basketball...
and we're going to have to end it there on an emotional ending from everyone. So from myself and Jay, it's goodbye for now. We'll join you at the men's game, as I think we want to go celebrate with them. I'm not sure if we're allowed to, but we want to.
Yeah, I think we'll be allowed to. Let's go on down.
Let's go. Brilliant. Thank you, and join us later for the men's game.
All right.
Congratulations to the DMU Pitbulls. When you are looking to get a refreshment, we've got the family bar open in the far left corner of the arena, and also we have a cafe up on the first floor if anyone's looking for hot, cold drinks and a selection of food. Next door we've got DMU versus Leicester University men's game. Just a quick message to owners of a blue BMW YC08LHY and a black Audi registration number A3HUV. If you please move your vehicles and park in the parking bay, we do have coach access that's being restricted in a minute. Thank you.